Would you want the Celtics to bring in Isaiah Thomas right now, Bob?
If they were told that if Kemba were out,
right,
permanently out, I wouldn't mind taking a shot at him with him myself.
I mean, it's amazing to me what he did in Boston. Like, this is a guy that, 60th pick, like he was trying to just kind of stay in the league. He comes to Boston. It was like the ultimate perfect storm, right? They didn't have anybody else that could do anything off the bounce. So Brad just says, you know what? This is our best opportunity. But nobody saw that coming. I mean, he was so good offensively over about a 2-year span. Now, again, I always felt like whatever he was giving you offensively, he was giving the same amount up generally defensively, not necessarily by his man, but I always felt like the problem was he couldn't stay in front of anybody. So even if it was Al Horford having to make up for his mistakes and putting himself out of position, if he was getting 30, he was giving up 30. But, man, he was exciting to watch in the offensive end.
And people fell in love with him, and he loved them back. It was a real mutual, kissy face thing going on here in Boston with he and the fans, and quite mutual. And it was nice. It was sweet. And then, and unfortunately, he got hurt. And he tried valiantly to play with the bad hip, and he hurt himself, and the team kind of bears, they do bear some responsibility there. And, he went from, he had the old back up the Brinks truck line, right? Remember?
I remember.
We were talking, does he get a max? And he goes to 0, you have to feel badly for him.
I think part of the problem with Isaiah now is whoever signs him, the only way he's effective is to put the ball in his hands. And if you put the ball in his hands, everybody else is standing around.
All right. Before we leave the subject of the Celtics and also shorter guards, we had a story in the paper today about Carson Edwards, who became a forgotten man, and who teased us. And I remember thinking at the night he did it, don't get too excited. And I'm telling other people, don't get too excited. But I'm talking about the night in Charlotte last year in the exhibition season when he made 8 threes. Not only did he make 8 threes, he did it in a 5-minute span, which I wish I had seen this. Yeah. I only read about it, but but he never got going, and he shot poorly. He shot, I think, 30%, and fell out of the rotation, became a forgotten man. Do you harbor any hope that Carson Edwards will resurrect himself and have an NBA career of any consequence?
Not really. No, I think Aaron Nesmith is far more what the doctor ordered for the Celtics. Size, can really shoot it, can guard. Again, I go back to for Carson, he was great in the NCAA tournament. For his senior year in Big Ten play, he was not efficient at all. He was not effective at all. He's a guy, again, like Isaiah, but at the college level, needs reps, needs the ball in his hands all the time. Not a good second unit guy who, can get in once in a while.
Well, then he's
a high volume player.
Well, if that's the case, then, obviously this is not what's going to happen here.
And again, ultimately, the strength of the Celtics, if Kemba gets healthy, is the bench is going to be better now, right? You have Jeff Teague coming off the bench now, who can score the ball, absolutely score the basket.
How much of an upgrade is he over Brad Wanamaker?
Well, an upgrade in a sense that he's done it for years.
Yeah.
And Wanamaker was really good though in spurts. I'm really happy for him. He went to Golden State.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah.
I mean,
everybody rooted for him.
Ultimate professional, had fought his ass off just to get into the NBA. Your typical pit player, right? Just tough, hard-nosed, a lunch pail guy, the ultimate lunch pail guy. So I'm really happy. It didn't say 2 words. Also, just went out there and played ball. And great locker room guy, quiet. So I'm happy for him. But, yeah, it's an upgrade because every time Jeff Teague steps on the court, guys know he's capable of going for 15 or 20. With Wanamaker, he would have his spurts, a game here and there. But you could play Teague long minutes. With Wanamaker, it was always, Brad, you're only going to play him long minutes if you've got no choice, if Kemba's hurt.